Welcome to Costa Rica. We woke up so early yesterday, I think like 3:30, to catch our flight in New Orleans, headed over to Dallas where we had the emergency row to ourselves all the way to San Jose, Costa Rica. We got our car, drove over here. The drive wasn't long, but it took what feels like forever. It's not as scary as I thought to drive in Costa Rica. We made it to our hotel around 6, grabbed dinner, and then went to bed. It is early morning. It is 6 a.m. We just got dressed and ready, and we are heading to our first surfing lesson this morning. I'm not sure how this is gonna go. Very nervous, but we're running late, so that's why I'm like speeding through this intro. I will catch you guys surfing, and then I want to show you guys this place. We're staying at the Backyard Hotel in Jaco, Costa Rica, and it's pretty nice. Hotel after surfing. First of all, I feel like we were doing it all day, and then when we finished, it's 8 o'clock in the morning still. So we just made it back to the hotel and showered because I had sand literally everywhere. But surfing was so much fun. I've never done anything really like that. I guess I've attempted like wakeboarding, could never successfully do it. I did surfing on my first try, like the first wave I attempted, I stood up and I surfed it all the way to the end. So I'm basically a professional. We're gonna go grab some breakfast really quick at the restaurant, a couple of walks that way, and then we're heading to Manuel Antonio National Park, which is about an hour and a half drive, and probably just like see the beaches and do a couple of like little trails. I don't know all that there is to do there, but I know it's a lot. While my boyfriend puts on his sunscreen for us to leave, I'll give you guys a tour of this room, and it's a wreck. We've wrecked it already. We have 2 giant beds. This looks like a full, this looks like a king, I think. Maybe that's a queen. I think this is a king because it's a lot bigger than, no, my bed's a king. I don't know, it's a big bed. And some tables and whatever here. And the view is beautiful. We have the pool right here, and just right there is the ocean. The restaurant we're going to is gonna be on the ocean, so we can look at the waves while we eat breakfast. Yeah, simple. We just made it to the national park area. Literally, it's so confusing. If you're ever coming here, do not get bamboozled the way we did. They're like, okay, like tickets, like all, like the whole road to get here, they're asking for your tickets. And we're like, yeah, we're going to the park. And they're like, okay, park here. So we park on the road. He's asking us for money. Fine, we're gonna give him a couple or whatever. My boyfriend thought it was just like a couple hundred, but it was like a couple thousand, which still isn't a lot of money in the US. The park is still way up here, and he's like, oh, well, it's more expensive to park up there. I was like, I want to park up there. Like, it's not expensive. So anyway, now we're walking to the park. my god. We just ran into 3 monkeys in their natural habitat in the middle of their bathroom break, and they almost peed and shat on top of us. It landed like 2 feet this way. The boardwalk and then like a little pond puddle type thing, and literally the poop was doosh, doosh right in the water right next to us. But it was so cool. Unfortunately, it was like pretty much all silhouette for the video I got, but you can still see them climbing. We just made it back to the hotel in Jaco. It's actually a Playa Hermosa, which is a little bit outside of Jaco. It's like Jaco, but Jaco. We surfed from like 6 to 8 in the morning. Then we left here. What time was it when we left? We left around 10:30ish to go to Manuel Antonio National Park, which was about an hour and a half of a drive. Our entrance ticket was for noon. We walked around, we saw so many animals. We saw first some little crabs, then some monkeys. I told you guys were literally pooping right next to us from way up there. We saw, I don't know what it looks like, I don't know what an aardvark is, but I think this is what I would name an aardvark. My mom told me the name, I don't know what it is, but it was so crazy. We saw monkeys, we saw iguanas, a sloth, and I think that's it. So we just got back here. It is 4:30. I think we're going to chill, watch the sunset from the beach. We were gonna visit other beaches in the park, but I think we decided like, let's just leave, come to the beach here and like rest and just watch the sunset. Once the sun is set, which I think it sets at like 5:30, it's super early. We're gonna head to dinner. I don't know where we're going yet, but it's been a successful day 1 so far. For breakfast. It's just like literally right next door, and I'm just ready to go to bed. It is like 6 o'clock, 6:30 maybe, but I'm ready to go to bed so we can wake up early and do it all again. We're gonna go surfing and then driving to our next stop, but first, dinner. And welcome to day 2 in Costa Rica. We are still in Jaco. Is that how you say it? We are still in Jaco, Costa Rica. We are actually staying on Playa Hermosa, but it is bright and early. It is just like 6 a.m. and we are heading for our second morning of some surfing, and then we'll come back here, shower, and then we're heading to La Fortuna after. I think I'm calling it for surfing. I think my boyfriend's starting to walk in too. But like there was like stingrays or manta rays. I don't even know if that's the same thing in the waves. So that plus exhaustion, plus the cord like wrapped around my hand and yanked it. So like my whole hand was throbbing. I am beat up. I wish there was more videos of me surfing because I'm pretty good. Honestly, today was a lot harder than yesterday though. It was a different board. I feel like this board was a lot more harder to balance on, but I still caught a few waves and had a good time, but I'm so tired. Just showered and packed up, and we were at the restaurant right next door getting some breakfast. I got me a smoothie and some pancakes will be coming out. And then once we're done here, we'll go back to the hotel, grab our stuff that we packed up, and we're heading to La Fortuna, which is like a 4-hour drive. So it's gonna be quite the journey. Hopefully we could stop and like see stuff along the way or go to some markets at least and get some snacks or some souvenirs. But surfing just wiped me out. I'm so tired. We just made it to God knows where, somewhere in the middle of Costa Rica. We are 3 hours in, about an hour left till we hit La Fortuna. We just ran into a random supermarket. We're gonna grab some snacks and then we'll be in La Fortuna by like 4 o'clock latest.
Okay, 302.
We made it to La Fortuna. We are staying at Hotel Mountain Paradise. It's so cute. Once we checked in the lobby, they had a golf cart that picked up all of our stuff and brought us here. It's like a whole resort. Like there's like little individual houses, and we had a little swan with the flowers on our bed. And I was like, it's so cute, don't touch it. But it's like low-key, there's a couple ants on it. So we did move it to the side table, but it's still so cute. It's so humid out here, but that is a rainforest and I'm not ignorant to that. We're gonna settle in a bit and then go get some dinner and figure out what the heck we're doing tomorrow. This bathroom is actually crazy. I'm standing in the shower right now. Wait, is this not the shower? Oh wait, there's the handles here. Where does the water come from? Oh, I see it. It's gonna waterfall from right there. Oh my goodness. Or you have a normal shower here. So much food. Good morning. It is day 3 in Costa Rica. We just woke up in La Fortuna. Unfortunately, it is very rainy, which makes sense because we're in a rainforest, but it is almost 7 a.m. and we are going to La Fortuna waterfall. We got tickets for 7 a.m. so we're gonna go walk the 500 steps down to the waterfall, maybe do a little swimming and just hang out there for the morning. Unfortunately, it is raining too much for us to be able to swim, but we already bought our tickets, so we are trekking along, going to look at the waterfall. It's not the best weather, but that's a rainforest. I am soaking wet, but I'm never going to come back here, so I just had to do it. morning from our last final day in Costa Rica. Excuse my hair, it is so humid here. Like, I can't get over it. It's just like I have to keep wiping the lens of my camera because it keeps fogging up. But yesterday we did the La Fortuna waterfall hike. Unfortunately, we couldn't swim because it was pouring raining all day, and the base of the waterfall was actually crazy. Like, definitely could not have swam, but it was like 500 steps to get down, 500 steps up, so we did that. It was still worth the sea. Then after that we came back to the hotel, just hung out a little bit, then went back out for some lunch. We also went souvenir shopping and I got my postcard, I'll show you guys that, and some chocolate, and today I'm gonna do the rest of my souvenir shopping. Then we came back to the hotel, had some cheesecake for dinner at like 5 o'clock, then just came back to our room, hung out a little bit, and then headed back out for dinner. Oh wait, and then we went to Natura Eco, which is actually right down like the driveway from our hotel, and we did a little wildlife walk. We saw a butterfly garden, a little crocodile pond, we saw all their frogs and their snakes, and then by that time it was like pretty dark, so we made our way out of the park and was like trying to see like the nightlife because there's a lot of nighttime tours. So we did like both because it was like daytime when we started and nighttime when we left. We didn't see anything though, but it was still fun seeing all the stuff. Never seen a crocodile, and all of the frogs are so colorful. I'd say I'm the least biggest fan of the snakes. I do not mess with snakes. So then we came back here and then we had our cheesecake, then rested, then dinner, and now it is our last day. But we are up, we got to sleep in a little bit. We are heading to get some breakfast right now, and then we are going to Ecothermales, the natural hot springs, for a day of hot springing about all day. I think it's gonna be from 10 to 4, and then it includes our lunch. So we'll see you guys there. And this is my postcard. I think it's super cute. So I'm writing on it now to send back to myself. Good morning. It is our last day in Costa Rica. We left our hotel Mountain Paradise at like 8 o'clock, and we were on our way to the airport to return the car, heading to Miami, heading home to Baton Rouge. Yesterday we started with the hot springs. We went to Ecothermales. We reserved that one. It was like number 2 on the list of recommended, but the number 1 recommended place was all sold out whenever we booked it like a week ago. But my friend from Costa Rica had reached out on Instagram and he said that was his favorite. So I was like, oh, okay, that's nice. And I would recommend it. I think it was really good. The sun came out for at least like 5 seconds and it was not rainy and gross like it's been the whole time we were in La Fortuna, so that was really nice. We had lunch there. It was included in our ticket. It was like a big buffet style, so you can eat as much as you want. And for me, that means as little as I want because the portions here are huge and I literally have never finished an entire meal. So it was nice to just get little tiny portions, even though it's probably more money than a normal meal, but it was still good. Then we had a couple massage at Harmony Spa at 5 o'clock, so we had a bit of time to kill. We went to the city center, did some shopping, walking around, went to a little chocolate factory and got some chocolates, got some souvenirs, got some coffee, chocolates, and then the coffee shop, which first of all, some expensive coffee. They gave us like 3 slices of cake because it was like their birthday or whatever, so we got some free cake, cacao beans, some coffee, and just some souvenirs to take home with us. I sent my postcard, so hopefully it'll make it home to myself because that is my souvenir. And then that was our day yesterday. Now, like I said, we're up, we're leaving. First of all, my hair's a mess. Oh, let me talk about the massages. Amazing, highly recommend. My boyfriend is trying to now get a massage every single week, and I said, that's a bit too much, calm down. But it was a full body massage, and then they exfoliated us. We did a facial and had a glass of wine after, so it was really nice. I would definitely recommend that. But that is about it. Now we are about 40 minutes away from the airport, dropping off a rental car, ready to get home. My hair is so nappy right now, so excuse me. I'm ready to get home and wash it, and then it'll be Christmas time. We made it on the plane, literally. I got food. It took 100 years to get my check-in. Stressing out, but we made it, and we have an empty middle seat again. This is my boyfriend's stress level when it comes to getting our food. Peak stress. I got the cutest bag for $15. Tons of chocolate.
Plus, put the ceiling back on the aircraft. Wherever you are, you get 2 cookies.
Tener el cinturón de seguridad abrochado mientras esté sentado por si hay turbulencia inesperada. La legislación.
I am finally back home. We made it home quite late last night. After traveling all day, we left La Fortuna at 8 a.m. Got to the airport for our flight, which was at, I think, 1:30. Then to Miami. We had a 3-hour layover in Miami, and then we were gonna go to the lounge. There was a giant wait list. We finally made it through the wait list with only an hour to go. And I don't have the membership, so only my boyfriend does. So it was $50 for me to get in. So we were like, for an hour, no, so we did not do that. If it would have been for the full 3 hours, we would have paid for it, but for an hour, we were not paying $50 just for us to sit in there. But we made it home. I showered this morning, my hair, gave it a blowout. Oh, it feels so nice to be in Louisiana humidity and not Costa Rica humidity. But Christmas is in a few days. I'm going to a little Christmas dinner with my cousin tonight. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve. I'm going to my mom's house in Mississippi all day. Then there's Christmas Day, and then I'm having my mom's family over, so quite the Christmas events coming up. So I've already unpacked, we're washing clothes, like getting our affairs in order at this house, because then after New Year's I will be going to Colorado for a full probably month and a half. But I wanted to end this vlog, kind of give some of my thoughts about Costa Rica before I finish this off. For anybody who's interested in going, I would love to share some things that I learned. So here it goes. Firstly, Costa Rica is not as, I didn't think it would be cheap, but like I'd say it's pretty on par with American. Like there's probably like the tourist areas and restaurants or the locals, but I would say all of the places we went were pretty on par with like an American meal. We did go to one place in La Fortuna that was Sola Typical, and honestly that was pretty cheap. It was like $15 for the 2 of us for breakfast, then we went back again for dinner and it was another like $16, so honestly it was very cheap. But it's definitely surprised at how, I guess, expensive Costa Rica was. The surf lessons, it was $60 each, so that was $120. When we went to the Natura Eco, like amphibian and butterfly place, just for an hour, it was $40 each, so that was $80. We did a couples massage, that was I think $60 each, so the $120. We were gonna go to the sloth park for a little bit, but the price was $50. So we're like, no, like if you're gonna do that, that's like almost an all-day event. We were not gonna spend $50 just to go to the sloths. I think we had 2 hours before our massage, so we're like, okay, never mind. Then to hike to the waterfall, it was $40. I think it was another $40 to get into the national park the first day. So obviously we can afford it, but I'm just saying that took me a bit by surprise. Another thing is that they accept US dollars everywhere. They do have their own currency, but like you want to pay in US dollars. Like we didn't run into anywhere that did not accept that. That was interesting. Another thing in my opinion was the souvenirs were just not giving. Something I love to do when I'm traveling is buy souvenirs. And I was just so like kind of unimpressed with all the souvenirs. They were all so obviously just like mass manufactured. Every store has the same exact stuff, so was not really impressed with it. I don't think I bought anything except for my postcard that I write and send to myself, but once we got to the airport, honestly, I would never buy souvenirs from an airport, but just wait till you get to the airport. The airport had so many things. Like one thing I wanted to buy for my stepdad and dad for Christmas was a bag of coffee. We used ChatGPT to see like where the best coffee was. Could not find it at any of the tourist shops. As soon as we walk in the airport, it was like the front thing, like they had samples, and we ended up buying so much chocolate for ourselves as well. We have like 6 bags of these. There were samples everywhere. It was so good. So that's what we did in the airport. I got a really cute bag, loved it. So personally, I could not find, I didn't really look that hard, but I could not find just like normal souvenirs that were not just mass manufactured. So it was very unimpressed on that aspect, and honestly I wish I would have just waited till I got to the airport to buy everything. And let's see what else. You can drink the tap water. That's I find unique for Central America. There's dogs everywhere, which if you've ever been to Central America, I think that's something you would notice, but like all the dogs seem well fed and taken care of, so that's nice. And I think that's about it. If you guys have any questions about Costa Rica, let me know. I think it's a great place to vacation. Pretty easy to drive and navigate. Apple Maps does not work, so you need Waze. But we had our rental car. The driving, I mean, if you're scared to drive, then don't do it. But honestly, it was not bad at all. Just with Waze, the roads are narrow, twists and turns. There's no just like interstate. But other than that, it was a great trip. Highly recommend. And then 2025 is coming up. So if you guys have any recommendations, I don't know what 2025 is going to bring me yet when it comes to traveling. But 2024, honestly, y'all, if you've been with me since the beginning, or at least since 2024, this has been the best year of my life. That's like not even an exaggeration. So with that, I'm ending it for this Costa Rica vlog, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.